Hello all and welcome to my channel where I'm just this random YouTube guy that has a finance and accounting degree and likes to share everything that I know because why not? So there's a question I was thinking about and it's been burning me in the inside and I really want to make a video and ask you guys this question and I'm really interested to hear your answer is. And my question is being rich a trap? You see, there's many reasons why I asked this question. First of all, you hear so many people talk about how money doesn't bring them happiness. It was a quote by Jim Carrey. And I'm pretty sure I'm paraphrasing here, but what he said was he wished everyone had the opportunity to be rich and do everything that they dream of so they can see that that is not the answer. And time again, we're warned by so many people who have so much wealth that money doesn't only bring happiness. Yes, money gives you independence and freedom, but the happiness aspect of it and to think all of a sudden your life is going to be just great because you're rich is not necessarily true. Now, I know on social media, we're seeing all these people bragging about how much money they have, being very flashy, flaunting everything they have, beautiful cars, beautiful homes. They have so many nice things and want everyone to see. But don't you recognize that after a while, those people usually go bankrupt? You see, because showing all your money and having people gawking at you, saying, wow, look at this guy. He has all this money, he has all this fame, he must be happy, is actually something that keeps you going. But eventually the money you have would run out. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the 6 things that can lead you to feeling like you're being trapped once you get rich. And I'm also gonna give you some pointers and some tips to try to avoid it. The first trap is expectations. For some particular reason, once people have all this money, they feel there's a certain expectation that they need to have in order to show people that they have wealth. This could come in the form of buying a house, jewelry, just showing people all these exotic vacations you're going to. And that, my friend, is the reason why you would feel trapped. In order to maintain that lifestyle, it is extremely difficult and extremely expensive. You see, just because you see rich people doing all those types of things doesn't mean you need to fall into that trap. Because I'm sure you heard of so many stories out there about how people lost all their money. And if you think you need to look the part, you will be the next story. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is very difficult because once you start making some money, the expectation is you need to take care of everyone else. And all of a sudden, that feels like your huge obligation. Now you have friends and families that all wanna go on the ride with you. And of course, you're caring, you wanna help people out because they've been the struggle door with you. But the problem is, not everyone could come along with you. You only could bring a select few, but you can't bring everyone. You can't have everyone on your payroll. My advice for people building money slowly is to know beforehand. This is something that's gonna happen. Once you start building some wealth, there's gonna be a sense of expectation. There's gonna be a sense of obligation. And once you keep that on the forefront, and also understand you will lose friends and unfortunately family members, then you will be set. But you can't be surprised once you make all this money, and especially if you're a people pleaser, because that could drain your money quickly and make you feel like you're in a trap. The second trap is identity crisis. Now you feel like you lost yourself. Now you feel like you are not the same person that you were before who you are now. You start to question so many things in your life. But I got news for you. You are the same person. There's no need for you to change. You see, just because now you have money and you start building wealth, doesn't mean you need to change the person that you are at all. You need to remain who you are to yourself, to the core. Now, as well, this is very difficult because this is something that you don't fully understand until you're in it. And some people get blindsided when it comes to wealth. Some people automatically get money thrown on their lap right in that moment and gotta make quick, fast decisions, and usually they'll lose it all. And this is interesting as well because I remember I seen this video, and I can't recall the video I seen on YouTube, where someone was making so much money and they came from the hood. In their spare time, they went and hung out in the hood where there was crime and there was a whole bunch of activities going on there. The person understood that. He was saying where he was living at now was too calm, too peaceful. He felt out of his element. So he decided to go back to the hood and hang out there on his spare time. That's the identity crisis that I'm discussing. You don't want to feel like people think you sold them out just because you start making some money. So it's very difficult. But the key here, guys, is to recognize you do not need to change who you are once you start building some wealth. Stay true to yourself. Have some good friends around you that will keep you grounded and you will be safe. The next trap is you think you would never have enough. This reminds me of this Jay-Z song. I love Jay-Z, where he said, oh, what a feeling. F it, I want $1 billion. Then later on in the song, he said, oh, what a feeling. F it, I want $1 trillion. The name of that song was Picasso Baby on one of his albums. And all he was discussing in his album was all these material things, all this lovely stuff that he could add in his life about Picasso paintings, of freaking Andy Warhol paintings, luxurious things, having multiple cars in his garage. That's all he was talking about. And in the song, he was gradually increasing his spending. It gets to a point, guys, where you feel like you never have enough. And that is the most difficult trap ever. And that happens, guys. Right now, it happens currently in your life where you feel good about the situation you're in. Then you find out someone gets a raise, and then you start saying, man, maybe I need a raise. Maybe I need to upgrade my life. Then you finally upgrade your life, and you find someone better down the block. Bigger car, bigger house. Now you want that. You keep on chasing and you're forgetting where you came from. You see, we all have a baseline, the baseline of enough. And we meet that enough. Majority of us meet that enough. All have enough to get by, but for some particular reason, we keep on chasing to get more and more and more. And that is a never-ending game and something you will not win until you get to the point where you recognize you have enough. And everything you're making that's extra is just extra. You see, now I'm not trying to tell you don't ever chase money, don't ever chase success, don't chase it. That's not what I'm saying. There's a healthy level of success that you want to change. You just don't want to become so obsessive and make it part of yourself, because that's not who you are. Either you're good at what you do, and that's why you're bringing so much money, you're gaining so much wealth, or you are extremely driven and you find opportunities and ways to make money. So you keep that in mind and understand enough is not a number. Enough is a made up number, and you could continue chasing it, and it's gonna be just like the Red Queen's race. The next trap is responsibility. I always share this story when people always want to win the lotto. I'm saying, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna retire and I'm never gonna work again. But people don't understand the amount of responsibility it comes with having money. If someone drops $1 million or a couple $1 million in your pocket, you definitely need to get a tax accountant, a financial accountant, people to let you know what moves you need to make. Because you can make a wrong move and the majority of your money will get eaten away by taxes. There's a huge responsibility when it comes to handling money, and a lot of people do not understand that. That's why when it drops in your lap, it's like an avalanche coming your way. You're getting all these phone calls from lawyers, from friends, all these people trying to take your money, and it's a big responsibility to hold wealth. You see, because so many people can make money. There's so many opportunities. If you think about it, buying a lotto ticket is a way to build wealth. It's a hard way to build wealth, but there even is a slight possibility you can become multimillionaire for winning the lotto. But the hardest thing about it all is keeping it, or sustaining it and allowing money to continue to grow and being patient. That's something a lot of people do not understand when it comes to money. If you have no financial education, here is the time for you to educate yourself and to prepare yourself for when you start building wealth. And trust me, it's amazing. There was a story about Rihanna that she sued her accountant. Why? Because her accountant gave her bad advice. The advice that he gave her was to buy this mansion in Hollywood, I believe, or somewhere in Beverly Hills, what she was stating was moldy and leaky. It was a $10 million mansion, and she spent so much money that year. Her accountant said straight up, how could she expect that once you buy all these things, that the money would run out? That's an irresponsible thing, in my opinion, that Rihanna did. You should know what you're buying and when you're buying it. You see, there was a video by DJ Khaled on Club Shay Shay, and he said he doesn't even trust an accountant. He said he needs to see everything go in and out of his account. Okay, I'm pretty sure he does have some level of an accountant, but I'm pretty sure as well he keeps an eye on his money, which you have to. You cannot outsource all your money, all your profit, all your revenue to someone else to handle, and you ask them to make some decisions, or whatever they tell you, you do. That cannot work that way. Now, the ironic thing is Rihanna did win her lawsuit. She got some money back from it, but I'm sure she possibly learned a very, very valuable lesson, which is you cannot just give away all your responsibility. You need to have complete responsibility of your money and understanding what you're doing before you're doing it. The next trap is a sense of entitlement. You think that all of a sudden now that you have some wealth and you have some money, you are entitled to all the special preferences. You don't gotta wait online to go anywhere, so you spend extra money to skip the line. You wanna get bottle service. You should fly first class everywhere you go because you feel like you are entitled. That is the biggest trap of them all. And that's why I love when I hear these stories like Chad Ochocinco, where he talks about he flies Spirit in and out all the time when he travels. That man is frugal. There was a video that I did that he saved 83% of his NFL money. 83% of his NFL money. Do you know how easy it is to get a few $1,000,000 and then start spending it on all these things because you feel like you deserved it? And that is the way you will feel like you are in the trap, because trying to sustain that lifestyle of being rich or showing people you're rich is extremely, extremely expensive. You don't want to end up like Johnny Manziel, who had a wonderful college career but thought he was better than everyone else. He felt so entitled to everything he was receiving, and look at him now. Now he's recovering and he's becoming a better person. He's recognizing all the mistakes that he made. But all the bad things that he did, all the horrible money decisions, he didn't take his job seriously because he felt like he was entitled. I'm the man, people love me, and I'm gonna get all the money and all the fame just because of my name. And eventually he went broke. So the best thing for you to do to avoid that is to keep level people around you. Make sure you have people not being a bunch of yes men and keeping you on check. Whether you're married, your best friend, your cousin, your mom, your dad, anyone, you need to have a great foundation of people to keep you level-headed. And the last trap is the fear to lose it all. The actual fear of thinking you'll lose all your money, believe it or not, when you have all this money, could cause you to lose money. Because if you get in fear to invest in the market, if you have in fear that people are not gonna like you, the identity crisis, all these things are lurking in your head, you would just decide to just blow the money and get rid of it. Some people I've seen that are the happiest once they get rid of all the money and they blow it and they go right back to where they're from. They actually find that more satisfying. They find that less stress to be worrying about having money all the time, that they'd rather blow it all and just go back to the lifestyle they had before. The best thing for you to do to avoid that is to live within your means. Easier said than done, I know, but live within your means. And it has been done. I read the Morgan Housel book, the one called The Psychology of Money. And everything he mentioned about money, he said he knows financial people would say is wrong, but he knows deep down inside, this is what he wanted. He paid off his house, which a lot of people say you shouldn't do. You should take that money and put it in investing. But he felt like that was the best thing for him to do. He has a huge amount of cash that he saved. People should say he should invest it, but he doesn't care. He doesn't even have it saved for anything in particular. He just has it saved because he's sticking to his principles, and he understands that he doesn't want to lose all his money. So he has a healthy fear, not a big fear, a healthy fear. Like, you know what? Let me take care of things I got to take care of, because in case I lose it all, I know I have everything I want in my life taken care of, and there's nothing I need to do or someone to make me do something that I don't want to do just because of money. So what do you guys think? Do you guys have any story you want to share? Just let me know. Drop a comment down below if you think being rich is a trap.